Hey, this is Crazy and J. There is a new roadmap, so this is the next up in your week. Wow. But yeah, this is literally what's next up in your week, and I mean it does say it's a triumphant month of equestrian fun. So it's kind of thinking oh, is it a equestrian festival, like the spring festival? But I think that that's typically in um, the Jorvik stables, ain't it? And this one is the Baroness is yeah, her stuff. So, I mean, sure, they could have moved it. I don't know. But, and I mean, I heard someone say on Instagram that, it's typically in April, the Spring Festival. So, I don't know. It's wrong place, possibly wrong time. And yeah, it kind of makes sense for it to be in April because, that's the middle of spring. But also, since the Winter Village is, in December, which is not the middle, obviously, then I don't know. I don't know. Halloween is in the middle, so that's something, but oh well. Trail of Triumph. March 5th, tomorrow. After a small break, it's time to kick off another Trailblazer. We're also welcoming back the Nixies and the last of the Windfells for the final time before they retire. I think I've gotten all the magical horses and stuff, at least older ones, because I haven't been keeping up with Halloween horses, horses in the Winter Village, etc. lately, the new dragon horses. I've not been buying those. Um, but up until a point of a couple years ago, um, I have all of the magical horses, I believe. At least from when I started collecting horses. So yeah, and I think that includes the Nixies and the Windfalls. So pretty sure I have all of them, but I'm gonna check to make sure. But oh well. But yeah, I'm not gonna do the Trailblazer because it's yeah, too much to do, too little time. I just can't be bothered. Hello, Hanoverian. March 12th. The athletic Hanoverian has come over from Germany, with gorgeous coat colors and moves worthy of a champion. With speed and grace, we're sure these beauties will be hard to beat at jumping competitions on Jorvik. Well, yeah, I think they can jump higher than me. They're horses, after all. I know they don't mean that. I know they mean the other horses. But yeah, would be fun if it was riders competing against horses in jumping competitions. The horses would definitely win, but it's that'd be some competition. Okay, Horses of Jorvik. Oh, that's back again. That's cool. March 19th. Guillermo Gadea is back with his iconic show jumping race for warm blood horses over at Jorvik Stables. Bring your Hanoverian. That's why we're getting that. Belgian warm blood, Trakehner, or Jorvik warm blood to the competition and show off your skills. I don't know which of those I have, but I think I have some of that. So, yeah. And a question Bazaar. So many Bazaars lately. I mean, it's not a problem. It's just yeah, there's been so many. I think there's been one every single month or maybe every other month, for so long now. And it's kind of nice that we're getting, Bazaars, um, with discounted horses, but it's I'm more focused on buying horses that are about to leave because those typically are discounted anyways. And yeah, if they're going to stay in the game, I don't see any point in buying them right now. Um, and I mean I do have three Archons with lifetime star riders, so I do have a bit of star coins across all of them. But it's I mean, I don't have limited money. So yeah, so I'm gonna focus, on the ones that are, actually going to leave, um, to be able to afford it. And yeah, I've never bought like star coins or anything, and I don't intend to. At least not for the moment. Maybe I will sometime in the future, but yeah. But anyway, so yeah, and the Christian Bazaar, March 26th. The Bazaar is back, ready to gear us up for the biggest festival for avid equestrians on Jorvik. So yeah, it seems like the Equestrian Festival, aka the Spring Festival, comes in April. Because I mean, this seems like it's like, not too long until it's here. Um, and I mean, like after this would pretty much just be April. So yeah, seems like that Instagram comment was correct. Because like I just can't imagine it being, like here um, in May then, since it's like, oh, get ready, like that's something you say like when it's pretty close. Even though, like, I mean, Star Stable were saying that, like, oh, the end is near with the, like, main story quests, at least back in January of last year, and I mean, I don't see the end. I don't see the end now. I haven't seen it yet, so yeah. How near is near to Star Stable, But oh well. But I mean, like, I'm more confident that they will, like, do the Question Festival in April, so like close to this, then that they will do like finish up the quests and all and this quest line within this year. Because I mean, like some people have been doing like quests like every 6 months for years now, so it's like yeah, sure, like the end might be near with like it's only like 10 quests left or whatever, random number, but like 10 quests could take us like 5 years. So, and I've yet to see like any main story quests be mentioned, and we're like already like in April, with these like updates, obviously. Like, duh, we're just in May. We're just in May. March, not May. So far, but like now we get to know what are the updates until the beginning of April. So yeah, no quests so far, and I mean like it's kind of like or is that because we're like, getting some huge quests and they're like, taking so long to work on it? Or is it just that Cersei wanted to wait for like a year this time? Is that it? They don't want to give us like half a year in between. They want to give us a full year, maybe two. Who knows? Yeah, I have a little bit of beef with Star Stable because like last year was so bad. We didn't get a new area at all, just updated old ones. And like we got two tiny quests. Um, 3 out of 4 of the festivals got like a new thing to do, and that was just like one new thing for each of them. And then apart from that, we got like one new thing that we can like, and that's the only thing we can still do because like people who have done the quests can't do them again. Yeah. So yeah, underwhelming last year, and I'm kind of not like getting my hopes too high for this year because it's like, yeah, I just don't want to be disappointed this year. So yeah. So I mean, like we're like already at April with like the quests we know, and I mean, sure, I'm thinking like after this we're gonna have the Equestrian Festival with like maybe one new thing, but that's about it, and that's gonna last for like the rest of April. I don't know. So maybe we'll get a quest in May, if not later. And I don't know when we had the last quest. I think it was sometime in the summer, and maybe not August. So yeah. So it's like, is it gonna take a year before we get a new quest? Seems like it. Like a main story quest, and not that we have gotten any others though, but or that we will. But yeah, so I guess Cersei will like is upping it to like one quest a year or some, um, with a year in between. At least that's what it seems like. Or, like maybe we're just not gonna get any quests this year and no new area and Yeah. Can you tell that I'm disappointed in Star Stable? Because I think I've made it abundantly clear. Laura at the Equestrian Center. Who? I'm sorry. Who? Have we met? I don't know. April 2nd. The Silver Glade Equestrian Center has a new. Okay. Got it. A new riding instructor. And she needs some help getting settled in. We're also adding highly requested paddock props to the Equestrian Center. Okay, so this is kind of like, a little like quest with like getting her settled in. It's probably just going to be like, we're going to talk a bit, then maybe do a little thing, talk some more. That's it. So, yeah, I mean, it's like kind of a quest, probably a tiny one, but it's not a main story quest. And I mean, like, I didn't even remember that Star Stable had said back in January of last year that, like, the end is near. And when they said it in the summer, I was like, yeah, right. In a couple of years. Um, and yeah, I feel like in a couple of years is correct. I just don't think that's like, near. But yeah, I guess that's just like Star Stable though. Like it takes forever to get the things that people actually are like super excited for. Um, so yeah, and I have heard that Star Stable don't have like a dedicated quest team. So of course it makes sense that they don't really like do many quests or often when they don't have anyone really working on it. Um, but yeah, I mean like of course there might be some people out there who play Star Stable not for the quest but for other things. But I feel like most players, like would want more quests and more frequently and all. So yeah, because it's like, why are you playing a game if not for like doing quests and doing stuff, trying out new stuff, exploring new areas, like at least that's why I'm playing. So, and well, not so much lately because there hasn't been much of that. So yeah, and of course I'm getting, like I'm an older player, getting old on the game. So, but yeah, it's like I mean, there's like a little bit to do here and there, and that's it. We had like two little quests, um, three new races, and then like the stuff with Scott, which I don't know what to call that, and that was it of new stuff. Six new things across an entire year of like updates every single week. Yeah. And I get it that, like every single update isn't going to be like something big, something grand. We're going to get tiny updates. We're going to get, like just some new horses or some, you know, other tiny thing. I get that. Sometimes we're going to get something tiny, but it's just, it would be nice to get, like something a little bigger, something, like a little bit more to do every now and then. And don't get me wrong, like February was pretty good of this year, but it's just like I mean, all of last year was not so good. So yeah, and there's like only one of the new things that happened last year that I can still do because three of them were like events only. And yes, they're coming back when the events come back. I'm sure of that, but they're not available all the time. And then two requests, tiny ones, but oh well. And also, I kind of feel like they're a little like pointless, the quests, because like the one in January was just like we'll blow up the oil rig, which was kind of funny. To be honest, I like that, but it was just like oh we blew up the oil rig. That was it. It was fun, but it was so tiny and was like over in a couple of minutes. Um, and then yeah, didn't feel like it had any point to it. Like it was just like, okay, we blew up the oil rig, so what? What for? And I mean, like, sure, maybe we wouldn't like have to blow up the oil rig to like make things progress and like make progress and like I don't know, like, sink their base, you know? Like the enemy's base. But it's just like we weren't really given a reason as to why we did it or why we had to do it or anything. So it's just like, oh, we're just blowing up an oil rig now. Was it accidental? I don't know. Like, what? It's kind of like, it's funny because it's like just so random, and it's like, what happened? Why? Um, yeah. And then like the second one was like meet Arissa, this like brand new character that like is apparently like not going to be part of the story anymore. Like, and I don't know if it's like the end of this, as in like we're not gonna meet these characters ever again. Um, or if it's gonna be like we befriend them or something, like or whatever. Like I have no clue. But if it's like oh we're never gonna see these characters again, then why did we get like to meet Arisa in the first place? Like it's just so pointless to introduce a new character when like the end is near. Because it's like you don't introduce people to a brand new person towards the end, like it's like if it's like the last page of a book or and that's the last book of the series or only book in the series, like you just don't do that. You let people get to know this character, you know? And like properly get to know them. And I know that we've been like hearing about like Elise as it was first or whatever. And then I think it was some other names along the way, but yeah. And we've been hearing about like her from the beginning. But now we're getting this like, seemingly a completely different character, which like, doesn't seem to really have too many ties to this like original Elise. Um Yeah, and it's like, sure, we heard about there being like another character like since the beginning, but like this is not that person, Like it's not the same name. Doesn't seem anything like like what we were told about this person. And also like we haven't really heard much about that person in so long. That was just like 100 years ago, so it feels. So it's just like, I mean, if we would have met Elise, like back then when we heard about it, or shortly after, fair. But like, even if we would have gotten like a character called Elise like that, these days it would have just been like, what? Well, it's kind of like, who are you? Who? Lara, who? How we met? Have I heard about you before? So it's just like, I just feel like that's such a strange move, and I kind of feel like it's like Cersei people don't know what they're doing, and they're just like throwing something at the wall to see what sticks. Um, yeah, and I mean like I can like get behind the like ending this quest line because it's like what are we doing anymore? So that's maybe a good idea, even though I'd like to actually like get the full story and have like a good ending to it, which I don't think we're gonna get that. I don't think we're gonna get anything like of what was intended from the beginning. I think we're gonna get a completely different ending because the people who used to work with the quest don't maybe work at Star Stable anymore, and nobody's really like working with the quests anymore. At least not like on a permanent basis. Like it's like sure maybe they've done a quest before or something, or maybe they haven't, and now they're just gonna do a quest. And it's like it doesn't seem like Star Stable like knows the story anymore. It just seems like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like do something and see if that works. And I mean like we got these that I noticed today. Don't know when we got them, but yeah, since last time I was on, we got these like storybook notes thingies. I don't know. Two of them were just like Evergrey talking about like the manta race or whatever, like the Pandorian panda race or yeah, I don't know. Most. Which, like, that was a funny little story. Didn't really, like, do much. But it's, like, kind of random to get it, and it's like, where did I get this from? What happened? Then it was, like, three druids talking about, like, druid stuff and, like, magic and 18 and all, which, like, okay, why am I getting this? And that was just, like, a general that, like, maybe we've been too focused on Destiny and, like, thinking that people are, like, destined to things, but maybe people should be able to write their own story instead, and that maybe, like, some people, maybe anyone can have magic in them, and it's not just, like, people who we see as worthy, kind of. It feels a little random, but it's also like, is this aimed at us? Because I thought we were supposed to be, like, a Dean reincarnated or something, but are we just some rando that, like, happen to have magic, or what's going on? So confused. And then it was Darko talking to someone, like, that had made some, like, drones, and, like, there was also something about, like, oil pipes or whatever getting, like, exploded, or I don't know. I think the Soul Riders were doing something to them. I don't know what, and I don't know why, and I don't think I was part of that. They left me alone. And it's like, at first I was like, is he talking to me? Like, is this like a letter he sent me? But it's like, I didn't make any drones. What is going on? How did I get this? Have we met before? Of course, we met Darko. But yeah, it's like, I'm just so confused because it's like, what is this? Like, did I just like find a letter to someone from Darko about like, oh, there's some weird stuff going on? Okay, I'm as confused as you are. And like, what do you mean you're doing oil stuff? What? What? I thought that was Mr. Sam. No, sorry, Mr. Campbell. That's his name. Don't even remember people's names anymore. So it's like, what? I I'm lost. Starcy will please help me find my way because I'm lost. And yeah, I'm just lost. I'm just lost. So I mean, no, no, thank. Whatever. Sure. Whatever. Sure. So we have two shores, one no thank, and then two I don't even care. March is looking, I don't know, not the worst, not the best. The Trailblazer track is really killing it for me, in a bad way, in a worst way. But the other things are like either cool or alright. So yeah, I'm not super excited, but also like, I mean, if it wasn't for the Trailblazer track, it would be fine. It would be a good month. But the Trailblazer track, like, I'm so done with the Trailblazer track. Have been since the first one came around. Um, yeah, like I wanted to quit so many times when the first Trailblazer came around, because I did it. Never doing one again until like, unless it improves like greatly. Because it's just like it's too much to do, too little time, and it's not even worth it. And also like Star Stable haven't added much new things to do, so that you can like just do new things. Um, and also like, I mean, yeah, I mean, new things get boring after some time too. So yeah. So it's like, I mean, if we don't think about the Trailblazer track, March ain't gonna be too bad. But the Trailblazer track just like really kills the month for me. Please just stop doing them, Star Stable. I hate them so much. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be the video for this month, I guess. This next up in Jorvik, and we'll get a new one, like, new next up in Jorvik. Well, I guess sometime between, like, this update, like, probably the day after and the one after that. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's like, I don't like this one. But these are kind of fine. Should I do this one? I will. I will. Okay, because there's like, this like deal right now that I think is pretty good with Star, like Lifetime Star Rider. I was contemplating like buying it. Not that I need Star Rider, like I have 3 accounts with Star Rider for like Lifetime Star Rider. But yeah, it is a pretty good deal because you both get like, a bunch of stuff, plus it's like cheaper than usual. Um, this is like in Norwegian currency, so could be like different numbers and everything for different places, but oh well. But yeah, it's like 30% off of pay once, plus you get some items. That's a good deal. And I did hear some stuff about like there may be being 50% off for like Black Friday, but I don't know if that's true or if that was like just last year or whatever. So, but yeah, and since I don't really need Starter right now, or maybe at all, I was thinking of maybe doing like just getting a new account, getting Starter like Lifetime, and just like do the entire story from beginning to end and see what has changed and all. But I want to do that once I'm done with like the quest and all my other accounts, and want to play Star Stable more again. So yeah, because I've had so little motivation all of last year and January of this year, and not so much still. But yeah, I want to go back to like when I first started Star Stable, that I could just like ride around doing nothing, and I thought that was fun. But yeah, I guess like to be able to do that, I gotta be away for so long that I missed our stable so badly. And I mean, yeah, I like doing videos, and I want to go through the updates each week, so it's kind of hard, but oh well. Anyway, so I think this is a pretty good deal, and it's like leaves tomorrow at 8 in the morning UTC, which I don't know what time zone that is, but oh well. So yeah, I'm thinking of posting this video right now. So it's like, if you want to get this deal, which is pretty good, like, yeah, there might be 50% off for Black Friday, but apart from that, I don't know if you're going to get a better deal. Because, like, I think 30% off is the best one, and you get some stuff here, so if you want this stuff, and, you're looking to get Lifetime Star Rider, yeah, now is a good time to get it. And I mean, this is out, like, tomorrow, the 5th of March, at 8 a.m. UTC. So, gotta be quick. And yeah, there will probably be like another deal with 30% off. Don't know if that's gonna include items. Maybe it will. And yes, there might be like 50% off for Black Friday. So, if you can wait until Black Friday and you're willing to risk there not being a deal at all, then um, I would say wait because 50% is better than 30%, even with items. So I'm thinking I will wait. Not that I'm gonna probably need it then, but like if I can get it cheaper, I'll get it cheaper. And I mean, I could even like afford to sit around and wait for a couple of years before I even get like starter. So yeah, and it's probably gonna take a couple of years before like 50% isn't gonna be better than this 30% deal. So and there's probably gonna be 30% deals again in the future. So yeah. But yeah. And of course, like, if you're a kid, ask your parent, your guardian, if you can buy stuff before you buy it. If you're an adult, do as you please. um, well, I mean, if you have shared finances as an adult, you should maybe like talk to the one you share finance or once you share finances with to see if it's okay. But yeah, I mean, as an adult, like, and if you have your own income, um, it's your money you're spending, and if you're not like sharing, like, yeah, sharing your money with anyone, um, like you have like what's it called? I don't remember, but yeah, like, anyways, yeah. Um, if you wouldn't be taking someone else's money to buy it, like, and you're spending your own money, as an adult, you can do it if you want to, and you can afford to. Don't buy stuff you can't afford. As a kid, ask your parents or guardian, one or several. So yeah. But yeah, this is a pretty good deal, but there will be other deals. And maybe better deals too. So yeah, so I was contemplating buying this, but it's like, I don't really need it right now. Can't afford it, but it's not like something I need right now. I don't care that much for the items, and I did try to like look through Source Table's Instagram to see if they had some like 50% off lately, and I just found a comment of someone saying that like Black Friday had like a 50% deal. I don't know. I don't remember if they did that or not, but maybe they do this year too, if they did last year. Um, and I mean, this certainly won't be the last 30% off, and maybe there will be like 40%, maybe more. So it's a good deal. There could maybe be a better one. So I'll wait. Um, maybe that will be a bad idea. Maybe it will be a good idea. I don't know. But I mean, yeah. Since I don't really like need it right now, so I can't wait. And yeah, I like to get the best, like pay the least. I think I'll just wait. I think that's what I've landed on. So yeah. And I mean, like, they did, like, 30% off, like, a month ago, I think it was, or so. Um, so, yeah, if you miss this one, like, there probably will be one in not too long. So, yeah. But anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and watch my other videos. I hope to see you later. Stay crazy.